I just want to go home.
Paul.
Film All the Money in the World is in the news again. First, it was the last-minute reshoots to replace actor Kevin Spacey after he was accused of sexual assault. Now, there's controversy over those reshoots, specifically what actor Mark Wahlberg got paid compared to his co-star actress Michelle Williams. This morning on the Fox 11 Morning News, actress Jessica Chastain talked about the pay disparity as well as her support for the Time's Up movement.
It's not just an issue pertaining to one industry. This is a societal issue. So for me, the more I can amplify these things and that I'm discovering, I'm hoping that maybe someone in, I don't know, Ohio, or someone, a farm worker who's being sexually harassed or whatnot will understand that she's not alone and that there are places she can go to and she can ask for help.
Chastain stars in the new movie Molly's Game, directed by Aaron Sorkin. It is the true story of a woman who ran an exclusive high-stakes poker game.
Well, joining us to talk about that, as well as a controversy surrounding Chrissy Teigan, is Heidi Hamilton from Dish Nation and the Frosty, Heidi and Frank Show.
Welcome, Heidi, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
We begin with a big controversy over pay in Hollywood.
It's bad. I mean, we talked about this on Dish Nation, of course. That movie, All the Money in the World, of course, Kevin Spacey gets booted because of all the sexual assault allegations. So they're scrambling. They're like, well, we still have a movie to shoot. So we're hoping that everybody can come together and do this. They get Christopher Plummer, so he's on board. Now we got to do reshoots, which means Mark Wahlberg's got to come back. A few other people have to come back too, as well as Michelle Williams. So one of the producers comes to Michelle Williams and says, hey, we've got to do this reshoot. I know we're in a bind. We're all going to come together and do this. We're not making money on this. And she goes, oh, my gosh, of course, I understand. I'm a total team player. I will move mountains to make sure this happens. So she agrees to it immediately. Great. She's on board. We've got Christopher Plummer. So then Ridley Scott, the director, flies to London, gets Mark Wahlberg on board. Well, then come to find out that they all thought they were doing it for nothing. And turns out that Mark Wahlberg was paid $1.5 million for his reshoots. Michelle Williams was paid $80 a day, which is less than 1% of what Mark Wahlberg was being paid. So Ridley Scott, the director, feels embarrassed because he was sold a bill. He didn't take any money either. He said, I was my understanding that we were all kind of coming together in this bind and working as a team to get this done because they had 10 days to do it. And then finds out that Mark Wahlberg got paid. I don't think we can be mad at Mark Wahlberg. Mark Wahlberg said, I don't work for free. A lot of people are mad at Mark Wahlberg, but it's like he's got representation. He's with William Morris Endeavor. He wants to get paid for his work. And maybe Michelle Williams' agent should have said, hey, listen, I can't have her coming back and work for free.
So this is all coming out because TMZ was able to dig up some of the facts on it, and obviously somebody talked. So it's all coming to the surface right now. But it's also happening at the same time when we're talking about issues of sexual harassment.
Right.
So it's getting extra focus.
Of course.
Do you see anything positive coming out of it now that it's been divulged?
Well, I think maybe a positive thing that's going to come out of it is that maybe they will end up paying Michelle Williams when they look at this and go, listen, if she came back and is doing the work and Mark Wahlberg was doing the work, then maybe she will get paid. Or this kind of thing won't happen again. It's like, let's be an open book about it and say, we all got to come back. So we're all here at the table together. Here's the amount of money we have to spend. And this is how we're going to divvy it up. Maybe that's a better way to do it. I don't know if that'll ever happen because a lot of people don't want to divulge what they make because that can be embarrassing too. That can be a very awkward conversation. I mean, sometimes nothing good comes of being at a workplace and then finding out Bill, who sits at the cubicle next to you, you're finding out he's making 10 grand more than you, and you're like, that guy, he doesn't even work, he's not even good. And so now you're mad at Bill, and it's not Bill's fault. He just took the money he was offered, So I think it's a tough conversation to have, but I'm glad that we're having it. And the only thing, I hope that good comes out of it.
And noting she is an Oscar nominee. All right.
Oh, I know. That's a whole other thing. Yeah.
Speaking of other things, Chrissy Teigan, she's in the news a lot. She did a picture on Instagram on a slide with her daughter, and she's taking a lot of heat.
Yeah, so this cute picture. I love Chrissy Teigan. I see this picture, and I just go, oh, my God, there she is with little Luna, and they're going down the slide. Well, I guess people went crazy because they were basically what they call mommy shaming. Chrissy Teigan said, how dare you do that with her? You know you can break her legs. That doing that and going down the slide, because the picture you're looking at there, they're seeing that if they started to slide down the slide, her little daughter's leg could get caught in between her leg and the slide and get twisted and break. And so these moms were reaching out, shaming her, going, you should know better, that my daughter's legs got broken, and I knew somebody whose legs got broken. And then Chrissy Teigan kind of comes back, and as she always does, and sort of makes a joke about it. But also says we got to stop mommy shaming. Like, don't do that. Maybe do it in a nicer way, and let's start supporting each other as opposed to going, you're doing it wrong. You're not mothering properly.
Yeah, Chrissy's not one to walk away from a fight.
No. She'll face it head on. I love her for that. Yeah.
All right.
All right, Heidi,
Thank you so much, Heidi. Great to talk to you.
You too.
In the new year.
You too.
You can hear Heidi every morning on Frosty, Heidi, and Frank, weekdays from 6 to 10 a.m. on 95.5 KLOS Radio. You can see her weeknights at 11:30 on Dish Nation right here on Fox 11.
Thank you so much.
Be right back.